and welcome. I'm Trish and you're at Trish's Creative Treasures. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Really welcome if this is your first time here. I hope you enjoy the content that I have, and I hope you want to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. If you come back regularly, welcome back. I love you all. Yes, I do, and I appreciate each and every one of you that take your time to come by to watch me and to use your time to watch me just blah 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 blah. So that's usually what I end up doing. But anyways, it is Vlogust Day. Is it 3? I think 3. We're gonna stick with 3. Yeah, it's the 3rd. So let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it's the 3rd. So today I really didn't do much of anything. No, I didn't. I mean, I came over here to the table and I didn't really sew anything today. So my back's kind of hurting pretty bad today, and so is my hips. I was having to go to pain management doctor yesterday. I had to do some stuff that didn't feel too pleasant, and it's kind of like, but enough about that. I just need a drink. So what I came on today is I figured I'm gonna just do my Vlogust, and I'm going to show you some more of the bags that I have made. I have quite a few more yet cut to get made. For those of you that have already given me orders, thank you so much. Once again, I am doing $15 a bag, except I have one bag so far that is big, and that one would be $25 instead of the $15. So if you have any interest in any of the bags that I have, please feel free to email me at TrishsCreativeTreasures@gmail.com. If not, you can look me up on Facebook. My group page is Trish's Creative Treasures, and I also I have, oh my goodness, my creative craftiness or something. I have another page too. I'll have to actually look that up and put that in at the bottom. But I'm going to go through and show you my bags, and hopefully I'll have fun that you'll like. If not, I have plenty more that I'm going to do. Just mind me, I gotta reach up and situate me bum. Okay, I kind of slide in these chairs. Okay, so the first bit of these are going to be a repeat of what I've already showed you, minus the ones that I have already gotten packed up and ready to go to the post office tomorrow. So here is a sunflower bag, and this one is lime wedges, and they're all lined. The sunflower is just lined with plain yellow. The lime bags here have a lime green on the inside. And here I have Dr. Seuss with some red snowflakes. I have all seasons and everything that I've been working on. Same thing. I got plenty more Grinch material if anybody else wants a specific size bag or anything like that. Some of the fabric I still have quite a bit of, and some of it, it's, you know, only a little bit here and a little bit there. So here's this one. Little ballerina girls and flowers. Or they could be fairies too, because they're holding like magic looking wand things, it looks like. Okay, Americana. And these all have drawstrings. Yeah, everything so far is just, the ballerina is just a hot pink insert, and Americana is just a red. Same thing here. Alright, so those were repeats. These are the newer ones that I just finished. So here is a Jack Skellington. This one just has black and black. And then I have pumpkins and just a fallish looking fabric on the inside. fuzzies off. And here is gingham and hearts. Black and red check. And chocolate covered strawberries. Same thing again. And here is rainbows with some blue on the inside. This is the same thing, rainbow with blue on the inside. This one is your evil queens with that on the inside. And 2, 3, I got 3 of this, which is Jack and Sally and Oogie Boogie, and they're all lined with the gingham. And then I have Sugar Skulls with that print on the inside, minus the fuzzy there. It's fuzzies everywhere. And then some more Sugar Skulls, same thing. And then I have bright colored puppy dogs with paw prints on the inside. And then here is a kitty cat with some just geometrical print on the inside. And then we have a witch's hat with that on the inside. And we have My Little Pony. Yep. With just some purple. And red and black polka dots with some cherries. And then same thing, cherries. And here is the bigger bag I have made. Let me measure this one out, guys, because I do intend on making more bigger ones. So this one, if I can get this tape measure, is a 16 inches length with about 14 inches wide, so 16 by 14. So this one also is just the drawstring, that on the inside, and the evil witches on the outside. So that has kept me busy the past few days. And then I've been working on, now these I have to finish. I got more I've got to sew, and then these I've got to sew up. I just have them kind of clipped together, but I have a bunch of scrunchies that I'm making. So yes, if there's anything that you're interested in, please get a hold of me. Yeah, see, I gotta sew the insides together yet. Here is pumpkins. That. They don't look like much right now because they need to be finished. That. I'm just showing you the different fabrics that I have. And then just some flowers. Some of that autumn looking fabric. And dun, 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 some orange and black. So these, I am going to be selling these pretty much so 3 for $10, mix and match. So if you have any interest in any of those, let me know. because like I said, I will be making more because I have plenty more fabric to go through. I have been buying and saving up fabric, I think, oh my God, since at least the pandemic hit. But I really haven't done much sewing, and I've been dying to just get around to sewing. So that's what I've been doing now, and I'm really enjoying it. I can tell I'm getting better with each one. It's just practice makes perfect. But I can't make bags like this constantly just for me. I don't need that many. That would be extronic if I did, because that would mean I'm just doing that many whips. Although I have starditis. I always have starditis. Like, I've been working on a never-ending granny square blanket that I have over at my bed that I'm holding 2 different colors of the mandalas together, which I just grab one and just, you know, we just keep adding on. No specific rhyme or reason to it, just I have a ton of mandala cakes that I just want to get some used up instead of it just sitting and just being there. Hold on one second. Yes, I don't smoke anymore, but I finally am able to use my mud again. I don't have nicotine anymore, really. I mean, I guess I could use it and it wouldn't bother me because I've gone this long, but then it's like, I only get the urge in the summer because I used to be a heavy smoker. So when I'm outside with everybody and everybody's smoking cigarettes and I can smell it, where some people, they say it stinks afterwards, me, I'm just like, it smells good. So to keep me from having the urge of wanting to have a cigarette, I'll go to the non-nicotine, yummy tasting flavor of e-juice, just to kind of keep me at bay. Makes me feel like I'm still sociably smoking, but I'm not. Okay. Another thing I did the other day, just because I love making these. This is one of Krista's from the Secret Yarneries pattern. They're cup holder, they're coasters, and then like I actually made it out to be bigger. She makes them, you know, out to be this size too, but hers is just like a regular round border where I add the shell stitch and the picots. So I just had that cotton sitting, so I decided to make one of them so I can put it on my table eventually here. We're still going to work out a way here that I have more room to work instead of being kind of shoved in this small space. I mean, I'm still going to have this small space, but on the other side of my room, like the one desk that I keep yarn on that's right here, we're actually going to move to the other side of the room so I can move my table down to where the window, because I have a window directly here in front of me, and then maybe about 3-4 foot over there's another window, and another 3-4 foot there's another window. So in the middle, that's where the air conditioner is. So I don't want to cover up that window, but I want to go up to that window with my table, because then Jim will just have enough room to get through to the other side of the bed. So that is my goal, so I can actually have more room. I just will have like more openness, like when I record and stuff. You may see my messy room stuff. Although my little area here, which was at one point nice and organized and folded, I've been going through everything, and I've been working in my area, not just sitting here and chilling and only doing videos. I've been working in there. So pulling this out of this area, that, and then avalanche, and I'm just like, my grabbers, I have like 4 pairs of them suckers, and I've broken every single one of them the past couple weeks. So now I have no grabbers. So when I drop something on the floor, I'm kind of stuck waiting for someone to pick it up for me, because what do I do all the time? I knock it on the floor. If it's droppable to go on the floor, oh, I'm going to drop it. Yes, I am. So another thing I'm going to get busy doing too is I finally got some more wax. So I'm going to start making candles to sell. They're going to come in like these little tins, really cute. I do have glass jars too that I got to use, but if I'm doing like for right now till I can get better stuff to ship in, I'm going to do the tins for mail deliveries, and then the glass ones will be for when I'm here and can somebody order something from me here. I'm also going to be making sugar scrubs, possibly body wash. I used to have my own business years ago where I made all natural skincare, bath and body work stuff, so I wanted to get a touch back into that and making stitch markers, and I'm going to start also hopefully making jewelry because I need to keep myself busy, and yeah, I need to earn some sort of income. I am applied for disability, and I just got done filling out a ton of paperwork before I came on here that I have to mail out tomorrow. So this is like the second round. This is my first time doing this. So I had an advocate the first time around, and we did everything over the phone. And so what he had, he sent over then to the disability office because we're applying for SSDI for me, and then SSI, because the SSI I can have until my SSDI would kick in. Now SSI, I will not make nowhere near the amount of money that I can make on SSDI, but the SSI is just through welfare, where I would get like a little less than $900 a month to live off of, which I have a big this right now, so that's a lot better than this. So I mean, thank God, between my sister, my father, my inheritance I got from my grandmother, Jim, I'd be like screwed because, you know, Jim buys, you know, what he can, like the little stuff that I need around here. And he's always going up to Walmart, and if he sees something he likes clothing wise, he always buys it for me. He thinks of me all the time. He's always buying me clothes, and sometimes we'll go in the yarn aisle and he'll be like, yeah, go ahead and pick some out if you want some, huh? And I'm like, are you sure? He goes, well, if I wasn't sure, I wouldn't tell you. And I'm always like, if someone tells me to do something, I'm always looking like, are you sure? And they're like, well, I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't sure. And I'm like, why do I do that? I don't know. I think that's just I was brought up to be like, are you positive? Are you sure? But yeah, I mean, he took me to Hobby Lobby and he bought me all that, and he takes me places, and like he'll you know, just certain little things he'll see at the store, and it'll make him think of me, so he picks it up. And so yeah, Jim helps me out with a lot of things too. I mean, he's got to pay his own bills, but yeah, that's why it's like, hopefully one of these days we will find a home. But his car died, and we've been borrowing his mom's car since last fall. So he finally got it into the shop, and it's going to be like a $1,500 fix. So out of our funds that we've saved for down payment for our house, we have to remove the $1,500 out of, because, well, we need a car, you know. And his mom, like, she shouldn't have to worry about us, you know, if she can use her car in case we don't need it. It's her car. So in between, like, in the summertime, we go pick up Jim's oldest daughter and her son to come spend the weekends in here because her boyfriend's working, so she doesn't want to be alone. And we have a good time with her here. We love spending time with the little guy. And then we're going to take her home. And then I have all my doctor's appointments, which some are like 45 minutes away. Some are 5 minutes up the street. Tiana's pregnant, so we're taking Tiana to doctor's appointments, ultrasounds. You know, she takes, there's this one organization that is in a couple of the towns around here. It's called Life's Choices. It's a Christian organization that works with young girls, or any women per se, but it's more like the young girls, the teenage girls go in there, which when they take classes and participate, they earn points, and those points earn you baby clothes, diapers. She got a car seat. You get pack and play, you can get cribs. I mean, you can earn as much as you want by doing all the stuff through this organization, and they help the girls get what they need. They help them out with, they have an attorney for girls there, where it's like my daughter going through, when the boyfriend found out she was pregnant, he didn't want nothing to do with her anymore, so I had left her live with him. I had, because she's the daughter that is very hard to handle, and my mom and my sister could understand why I left her go like I did, even though like I followed up on her, you know, she still had to do school, but we signed her up for cyber school. You know, she had so much to do, which she didn't do school, but she didn't do like the last 2 months of school, but then they worked with her at the very end, and she had to do 3 weeks of summer school, at which she passed, and thank God she was able to get her diploma. But yeah, in his case, he doesn't really want anything to do with this child, I guess. I don't know. The stepmom keeps claiming that she's going to take Tiana for custody and take the kid. But she's not really stepmom. She's dad's girlfriend. Maybe girlfriend for years. I don't know. But yeah, she keeps threatening to take this baby, saying that they're going to get, you know, he was living in a one-room place where it was like a house, and then everybody that lived there had to share like a, you know, kitchen and bathrooms and blah blah blah. But I don't know, they just kind of threaten stuff. And Tiana, we already got a very, very good attorney. In fact, I wish I would have thought about it when all this started, because we were at the store one day and I'm like, I'm like, there's the attorney that you need. I used to do his mom's hair all the time, and his mom, she was such, I loved her. She was an older woman, but like down to earth, and we had such awesome conversations and all sorts of stuff. So we just had fun together, and we would laugh when I would do her hair, and then she got cancer, and it broke my heart when I couldn't see her anymore, and when she passed. She wasn't suffering anymore, but yeah. That's one thing that's hard, is when you become a hairstylist, and you're not just a stylist to somebody, you become somebody's friend. You may be the only person that they have to sometimes to come and just burn it all out and just get the crap off their chest. I mean, I know so many things about so many people, but that's their business that they shared with me, so I'm not going to share it with anybody else because it's nobody else's business. But yeah, I do have a lot of info. A hairdresser, you know everything about everyone. But oh yeah, here, let me show you these. I've been crocheting scrunchies too. So the goal is to eventually, I'm trying to get a stockpile up. Not only am I hoping to be able to start getting online sales, but I need to get a stockpile so I can start maybe going to the flea markets, setting up a little stand, only if I can get one of the indoor ones. I mean, let's face it, in this bad heat, there's no way I could sit outside in that heat. I can't stand it now. Ever since I had surgery, I get like, you get dehydrated fast. I mean, you have to constantly keep sipping and sipping because you can't drink a lot of fluids at once, or you're just going to throw it up. But there are vendor bingos here. I used to do vendor bingos all the time when I had my skincare stuff, and I always did a little bit of crochet stuff, but I always had tons of, like, I made body butter, I made body sprays, I made bar soaps, liquid soap, sugar scrubs, milk baths, bath salts, and I was just starting to get into doing bath bombs. I make candles, so I would take all of that with me. And some days it worked. It was great. You would walk out of there with a couple $100 for just sitting there for the afternoon. And as one of the vendors, you get to play bingo for free. And the only problem I know is they have all these really awesome raffles. It is cheap. You pay $15 for a table, and then you have to donate a something of whatever you're selling at your table of a value of $25 for the raffle. So that way, all the raffles then came from the vendors from the bingo, so it would get your product out there and your cards and blah 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 blah. So I'm kind of hoping eventually, once I'm fixed and I get a car again, I can start doing vendor bingos, flea markets, you know, whatever I can to help myself, because I enjoy this. I feel it so much, even though like I'm not really even making any money right now or anything. It's not just about that. It's knowing that I still have some way of somehow of being able to do something to take care of my family. I have always been one of those people that have to work. I was brought up with major work ethic, you know, like you work, you support your family, you take care of your own. And it is so hard being dependent when I've always been independent. I've been that one for me on my own with not having to need anything from anybody else. I mean, every once in a while I would need some help from my parents, but for the most part I took care of my own. And it drives me nuts to not be able to do that. So it's like, this is exciting to me that I'm hoping, like, please, please. So yeah, I mean, if you could share my videos, or share my name with somebody that you might see that would like something that I have. As I start getting some other stuff made, I'll start showing that to you as well. But I'm going to show you my scrunchies that I've crocheted. So let me start with these. Now these are made with, there's 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. I didn't tuck my ends yet, my ends in. But this are made with, I love this cotton in the brights. I love this color. And then I have one made in this, because this is such thin yarn it took forever to do. But I'm going to make more because it is pretty. This is something by Patton's. Oh my gosh, years ago I bought this. There was a burgundy one, and then there was this color. There were other colors, but I got this really cheap on a Yarnspiration, like, multi-pack thing. Hi, Floki. Look at this skin. He was the little runty. This is, and his crusty eyes. But here's our little Floki. Yes, he sits with me all the time. So does Rags, and they stay with me. Like, when I came upstairs to my room, they followed me up. Up until I came up to my room, they stayed downstairs with me all the time. It's these little ones, they're my best friends. That's, you know, that's sad, but it's not sad. I mean, I look forward when I'm not with my babies. I'm like, I'm ready to go be with my babies now. Because they are like my little babies. They all snuggle with me, and they all have their own, each little personality. And I think I told you already, Saphira had more babies. Today's Wednesday. Monday evening she had them. She had 4 of them. I thought there was going to be more, so when another week or 2 I'll show them to you. They're so little and they're so cute. But I'm in my chair that I sit at my table, and when I get up in the morning, I'll sit in bed for a little bit, watch a little bit of YouTube, you know, and I crochet a little bit when I'm in bed yet, but I'm having massive pain in my tailbone lately, which they did tell us through the surgery that you will get massive pain in your tailbone because you're going to lose weight so rapid, and your butt's used to having that cushion there, and that cushion's not there, so now it's just like, you know, pressure. Plus, I've always, since before I got pregnant with Draken, I fell right on my tailbone and I broke my tailbone, so I for years have had flare-ups with it, and when it was bad, but then it would go away and you wouldn't think anything of it for like 6 months or more. But I've had this since right before surgery. I got like a flare-up thing with my tailbone, and it still has not gone away. So I have one of these tailbone cushions that I can sit on, that when I sit in a regular chair, it's like there's no tailbone pain. But the tailbone cushion does not work when you lay in bed. It makes it actually worse. So I actually get up and I spend most of my day just sitting. If I'm going to stay up here and I'm going to craft and I'm going to work on the stuff that I want to accomplish for the day, I stay here at my table where I have no tailbone pain at all until I go to stand up. And then when you stand up, it's like it takes the breath out of you. But okay, I'll shut up for a moment. Back to what we were doing. So I have these 2, and these are made with Red Heart Super Saver in Starburst. Alright, let me see if I can get Flokes up here. He's so tiny, guys. It's like he's not growing. It's like, I don't know. He eats and eats. I think he has a tapeworm, and I have to get it checked for that, definitely. But this guy here, when you have food, he will fight with his brothers, and well, his brother and his 2 sisters over the food. He is a food mongrel, but yet he's so skinny and tiny, right? All right, well, this was a big twist. I don't even know. I've had this for a while in my stash too, so I have 3 in these, which is beautiful speckling. It's like a teal and a green and a purple. So yeah, I got 3 of those ones made. I'm gonna make some more in that. I got plenty of odds and ends. Here is some novelty yarn that I used to make one. So I have a bunch of this kind of yarn in a bunch of different colors. So I'm going to make a bunch in this because it's cute, it's different. And then I have 2 made out of the Bernat velvet. And this is like a purpley grape vapor. I don't even remember what it's called. And then this is a Premier, oh goodness, what's this called? It's the chenille stuff. It starts with a P, I think. So I got 2 made with that. So that's what I've been doing the past few days, is sewing, cutting bags, pinning bags. I've made some stitch markers, which those are already packaged up and ready to go to the people I'm sending them to. Which if you do order bags from me, you will get 2 stitch markers along with your bag, and maybe a couple little extra goodies. Who knows? I will probably end up putting some tea bags in there, or I have a whole bunch of loose leaf tea that maybe I'll put some like in a cute little baggie or something, and just share my tea, share my everything. But yeah. Ooh, I'm at a half an hour just for Vlogust today. Where does time go? Alright, my friends, well, I am going to get off here then. If you have not yet, hit that like button, would you please? And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that will let you know every time I upload a video onto YouTube. So tell me, what have you been working on? What have you been doing to keep yourself busy? The summer heat, how's your gardens come along? Have you been doing any canning, any food preservation? Yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to. Have you been on any really cool vacations? Me, no, and I won't be. I haven't been on a vacation in a very, very long time. When I worked, I would take my vacation time, but I would just stay home because I loved my staycations. And I couldn't get people to understand that, because it's like, I feel like when you go on vacation somewhere and you're already worn out and you're just like exhausted, and you just need a time to just like have no schedule, have no time limit on anything, and just like to relax your mind and to relax, just freedom. That's what I did on my staycations. I would always have 9 days straight staycations, and I had nothing planned. And if I woke up one day and I decided I wanted to clean, I cleaned. If I wanted to go shopping, I went shopping. If I wanted to go get a pedicure, I wanted to get a, you know, that's what I used to do. But I have not been actually gone away on vacation since 2002. The last place I went was, I remember our whole family, my sister's ex-husband, his father used to have a condo at Ocean City, Maryland. So we had gone there because we got to just use the condo. We just had to have our own food. It was just like it was like a weekend thing that we went. And I remember we got down there on a Friday evening, and Saturday morning we all just went out in our clothes because it's October. It was October, I mean, what's the Columbus? It was Columbus weekend, or Columbus, is that Columbus? Yeah, Columbus Day. So, and I remember the one night we went to Phillips, and I ate so much crab meat and dipped in butter, and I had some spicier stuff and some real heavy, you know, probably whipping cream, really fattening food that was absolutely delicious. But I was also, for that past year, had been dealing with gallbladder pains off and on, and I had already had an ultrasound done that said my gallbladder needed to come out. And we came home Monday because we were going to stay till Tuesday, and I remember we went home on Monday, or no, we came home Sunday, and we were supposed to come home Tuesday, but I remember my dad wanted to go home, so we left on Sunday because Saturday we ate at Phillips. And by the time we got home, I had started with gallbladder attack, and it was off and on, off and on. It would go away for a little bit and it would come back. But it ended up being the whammy that put me in the emergency room, because I remember my mom and I, we were planning on going Christmas shopping that day since we came home early. So we took the kids, and at the mall we went to, the one end had JCPenney's and the other end had Boscov's. So my car was parked down at the Boscov's because that's where my mom wanted to shop, and since she had my girls, I was going down to JCPenney because that's where I would buy their clothes, because that's when Dessa and Kira were very little. Yeah, because Dessa was born in 95, so that would have been, Dessa was 7 and Kira was 5. So I remember going to buy them some clothes, but I remember it hit me really bad in JCPenney, and I left the cart sit because the pain was so intense. And then I remember, because I was cussing, I was doing or whatever, because I was just well, you know, you panic, you know, when you're in that much pain. And I had somebody come up and ask me if I was pregnant. I'm like, I'm not freaking pregnant, I'm in pain, you know. And I'm like, I'm just fat. But anyways, I made it down to the other end of the mall. My mom came with the car. We got the kids in the car. She got me in the emergency room, and then I had to go have emergency surgery because it was about to explode. That's how infected it was. It was infected, and yep, it was like when you went to sleep, you were in such intense pain because nothing was stopping the gallbladder attack. And I always say to men, when you get a gallbladder attack, that's probably, now I've never had kidney stones, so they say kidney stones is the same thing, but I can say, like, having gallbladder attack is very close to having labor pains. Not the most intense ones, but like the mild, you know, going into intense. But yeah, that's one thing that's always like that. So Tiana, she's been having for weeks now, she's been having gallbladder attacks. So once this baby's born, she needs to get her gallbladder removed because she has got stones impacted in hers, but it's not infected. So fingers crossed that that just holds out till the baby is born, so we don't have to worry about what we're going to do to deal with that before Pierce is born. But alright, I guess I've taken up enough of your time. It's 37 minutes. Well, if you stuck through this long, thank you. You do love me, don't you? Alright, guys, I do love you, and I hope you all have a great night, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.